Communities Living Sustainably has been working on food for the last 2.5 years or so, and our activities have centred around trying to build a network. And we've had great success in engaging the community, and we're starting to work with businesses. And we really wanted to see if we could engage public health and policymakers. So with the publication of the Square Meal Report, it was a perfect opportunity to try and look at food through sustainable farming, good food for all, public health and conservation, and how those themes overlap. So I see today as a real opportunity to engage some new partners, to grow the partnership, to push these issues into the public eye, and to develop those connections with the people of Dorset to enable them to call for what they would like to see with regard to sustainable farming and sustainable eating in this county. Back at the beginning of this year, I was at the Oxford Real Farming Conference when the Square Meal Report was first presented to the conference there, and there was definitely a call from the national organisations that put the report together that we should try to stimulate local debates. I was very impressed with what the report was addressing in this integrated way, because there's no way that one single actor can kind of address these issues. It's too complex. So the opportunity to stage this debate locally, to engage some of the local representatives from the national organisations, and to stimulate a new conversation here. That's one of the, I think, the beauties of Communities Living Sustainably is that we've got this power to convene new conversations, bringing together people that wouldn't normally meet. And that's partly what's happening today. We've got a whole range of people, from conservationists, farmers, public health professionals, interested members of the public, community activists. And so I think the potential today to kind of hear from those range of different voices, and hopefully by the end of the evening we will have established where the common ground is. Clearly, the number of people that are coming today shows that we've got concerns that overlap. And so, my hope for the day is that we can establish that common ground and stimulate enough interest in working together going forward that this conversation will carry on. What I understand is that to really make progress on these issues, we need government to take action. It seems at the moment that this isn't happening in the way it needs to, given the state of public health, the situation with our changing climate, the fact that our populations are growing. I think what we can do at the local level, if we can manage to find common ground and work together effectively, that we can try to make a difference here in Dorset. And if these square meal debates happen in counties across the country, who knows where that might lead in terms of strengthening the movement really for local and sustainable farming and eating in this country. So anyone who's ever tried to work in partnership knows that it can be quite challenging, but incredibly fruitful as well. So my hope today is that we can build those local links in the absence of national leadership at the moment to try and push those who have influence to develop a national food and farming policy that can address these issues of food poverty. I'm involved in this work because we can make a difference every time we spend money on food. We can make a decision to use that money to directly invest in the food system we want. And we're very lucky in this county because we're surrounded by such fantastic producers, and I think they deserve our support.